This assignment is asking you to create an application which simulates a speed camera. So you're given some information at the start. As the speed camera flashes if a car is going over 30 miles per hour. The time it takes to travel 100 meters is timed in seconds. So this is the distance that is being used for the calculation. Your activity is to write a program to allow the user to type in a time in seconds, for example 75 seconds, which is 1 minute and 15 seconds. Right, before we move on, we'll just get this part programmed. So we're told that the distance is 100 meters. So I'm going to put d equals 100. I don't need to put the m in. You can see how it changes colour on my screen if I do that. If I put 100m, it is no longer an integer, so I need to leave it as 100. Then I'm going to ask the user to type in the time in seconds. So I'm going to say second. Write it like this: x equals int input, please enter. Okay, we'll just check that this works. So run, and it should ask me to enter a time, which it does. And you should be doing this as you go along as well. Once you've added a few lines of code, check it works. So the next point is to work out the speed the car was travelling in meters per second using the formula speed equals distance over time. So I'm going to say speed equals, and we've got distance divided by, and the time, which is in seconds. And I can check this works just by doing a print speed. So let's run it. So it gives me a result. So we know that this part of the code is working. That is speed in meters per second. I'm just going to put it in there. Meters per second. Okay. It says convert this into miles per hour by multiplying the result by 2.23694. So I'm going to create another variable called miles per hour, mph, and that's going to be speed times 2.23694. Let's do print mph. Okay, so I've got the speed in meters per second, and I've got the speed in miles per hour. I'm just going to close these gaps up so I know all this works now. So I have completed this first part. The next part says use your program in trial and error to find out the shortest amount of time allowed in seconds without breaking the speed limit. So the idea here is I run this. So if I say 34 seconds, it's doing 6 miles an hour. If I do 23 seconds, 9 miles an hour. And you just keep reducing until you find the closest to 30 miles an hour without it breaking the speed limit. Now 4 seconds breaks the speed limit because it's now doing 55.9 miles per hour. So you need to find the answer to that and then just put a hashtag in with the speed. So max allowed time is, and then you can work that out. The next part says if the car is speeding, output to the screen that they were speeding and the speed and the speed they were travelling at in miles per hour. If they weren't speeding, output speed OK. So I can just do a check here. So if mph is greater than 30, print your do an else. Speed OK. So let's try that. Oops, what have I done wrong here? So it says print your line. Ah, okay. I can see it's telling me that there's something wrong with this line here. So if I scan across the line, I can see I've got my string, I've got my comma to concatenate it, I've got my variable, and I've missed out other comma to concatenate it to the remaining string. So it tells me my speed and I'm speeding. that says speed OK. So just to tidy up my program, I can get rid of these print commands. I'm just going to comment them out so they don't actually run. So this time it just gives me the output like this. Okay, and that is how you solve this assessment.